Don't forget who you are. Just be yourself. It's okay to put your guard down every once in a while, but you got to also understand that there's a time and place for that. It's not always all the time. Sometimes you got to be excruciatingly professional. Sometimes, though, you got to be a goofball. You really just got to be you.
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by Unlocking Greatness with Jacob Emery, a coaching community built for those ready to become the strongest version of themselves. Weekly calls, proven playbooks, and a community built to grow. Greatness is not given, it's unlocked. Join us today at jacobemery.com or DM coach at jacobemery44 on all social media platforms. So what part of you have you left behind? Thinking from being younger, things that you've overcame, maybe what was a perceived weakness when you were younger, or an insecurity or immaturity. But what's something that foundationally is still always going to be you? No matter what you do, who you become, the things you change, you still have this thing. For me, I didn't realize how big of a freaking goofball I am. Most people know me today being extremely serious all the time, almost robotic with systems, always thinking about progress, always dialed into whatever the occasion is. But good-hearted nature me, I am a fucking goofball through and through. Sometimes I don't make any damn sense. Those that know me well know my true self. It's a very few amount of people that do today, though. But in my root, to my core, I am absolutely goofy. What's funny is when I start to grow working with somebody or someone in my life becomes closer to me, I become more of that person. And it's not that I'm not authentic. It's more about me being me because of me knowing someone well enough to do that or spending enough time with somebody. I spend a lot less time today with people than I did prior to, where I had constant interaction, and now it's a lot of time focused, a lot of time dialed in. Not nearly the opportunity today to be the goofy self that I've always been. It's still there, and I still bring it out. I'm very direct, I'm very to the point, non-emotional about business. I care a lot about people, though, so it's a pretty wild thing to sit back and think about. The thing I used to do all the time, I'm not even exposed to it anymore. I'm not even aware of it. And now when I'm goofy, sometimes people look at me like, who the hell is this guy? Why is this person this way? Because it's not him. It's robotic, system driven, production driven. Always thinking about that next accomplishment. But just me being me, I'm a freaking goofball. Majority of the time, I am that person. But a lot of people just don't see it anymore. So just a subtle reminder, don't forget who you are. Just be yourself. It's okay to put your guard down every once in a while. But you got to also understand that there's a time and place for that. And it's not always all the time. Sometimes you got to be excruciatingly professional and not go too goofballish. Sometimes, though, you got to be a goofball, not go too far professional. But you really just got to be you. It just depends on your audience every once in a while, how far you can go into being that person. And it takes time. You got to know the temperature of the room. You got to know that person well. And maybe if it's a group, you got to understand where the boundaries are, because there's a lot of people in life you're not going to open up to on a more personal note. It stays professional. It stays dialogue with the accomplishment that you're after together. Just know that you must be yourself. Don't try to be a chameleon. Don't try to fit in. Be yourself, but also understand that just being forefront and honest doesn't mean you have to say everything that you're thinking in that moment. Sometimes you're better off not to actually fully release what you're saying, the dialogue that you have in your head. Sometimes it's okay to leave a couple sentences out. It doesn't mean you're not telling the truth. It just means that you're not telling every detail of that. Transparency doesn't mean every single detail of what is going through your head. And sometimes you're better off just to let it be. So be direct, be yourself, be authentic. Don't quit being that goofball self that you are. Just know that it comes with a time and place depending on who you're with. Just a subtle reminder. I don't know why it came to me tonight. I was just sitting there thinking about the things that I used to do that were so childish. I don't do them anymore. But at my core, I'm still a goofball. I'm still that funny person or that person that can be very lighthearted. And what may used to have been a way to get out of confrontation is honestly just me at my core today. So be yourself, be authentic to you, and don't ever let anyone tear that down.
Stop telling yourself one day. It isn't about one day, it's about day one. Today should be your day one. What you need isn't another day. What you need is clarity with the community to give you confidence to unlock your greatness. That's what the group coaching program is all about. Confidence, clarity, via commitment. Hit the show link in the notes. Let's start unlocking your greatness now, today.